Hi everybody, this is Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm here to do a Friday Reads. I apologize for the craziness last week. It was so funny because I've never forgot to push the video live. I always either schedule it or I just do it. I'll make it, once I edit it, I usually put it up. And it was so funny because when I was recording last Friday's video, I was commenting on it, how I felt like, oh my God, I usually, like, whenever I ask you guys for feedback on anything, always great comments, suggestions of books, or, thoughts, just to, and so there's always dialogue between us. And so I remember all week saying, gee, not one person, answered my question with regards to Cain, on what should I do, and I was just kind of curious. So when I went to put that video up on Friday, I didn't see the video, and I'm like, where's the, no, I didn't, I saw the video and I saw that it had the little lock. That means it's still private, it's not public. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, what to do? Like, should I put that one up? Because that's last week. And I just did one for today. So yeah, so I ended up, as you all know, I put the prior Friday, last Friday, and then on Monday I did my Friday read. So you're getting like, it's crazy. It's like April Fool's, right? I just couldn't believe I did that. I was like, oh my God. I was even talking in the video about, like, thanks a lot. Nobody even commented when I asked for your opinion. So I apologize for that, because I did get some good feedback, and I have decided to put Cain aside, and maybe for a later date, I will do it. Just like many of you said, I agree wholeheartedly that, life is short. Read what you feel like you want to read. If it doesn't feel like it's, floating your boat when you're reading it, you either, just DNF it, or you say, maybe I'll do this later. I will just, I have to do that. And I have to do that too, because I feel like I have a lot of books that I have to read that I have. And I don't want to spend time feeling like I'm in a class. I want to enjoy the experience. So I put that one aside. This past week has been really good in terms of the my reading. I was able to finish this one, The Map of Salt and Stars. And it's funny because I really enjoyed it. When I do the video and I do the book chats and stuff here on YouTube, I usually don't say I gave this 3 stars or 4 stars. And I don't know what it is. I feel like, but then again, sometimes when I was keeping good track on my Goodreads account, I would star the book. I would give it a star rating. I just feel like I know that these people have put their heart into their book, and I just kind of feel weird and not qualified necessarily always to put like stars on books or whatever. So when I when I do write in my journal, I do write a star rating for books, and because it's private, it's mine, and I don't care. It's, for me, that's my track, keeping track of things. But I also tend to see that sometimes I'm very free on my stars giving, and sometimes I'm very critical. But then there's other periods where it's like, I just keep, everybody is usually around a 4, if I had a good experience with it. And I think that's hard because it's not really necessarily the accurate representation of a review of a book. So I'm not really sure if I'm doing it justice by, 4. So this one started out really strong. The book is a good book. It's a good story. It's kind of a fantasy, I want to say, type of book. I don't know if that's how they categorized it, but that's what I felt like. But I think I'm gonna go a little bit lower than what I thought. Yeah, I think it's great to read. I think people should read it, and I think that it was a good story. I like how they parallel the 2 stories of the actual girl and her family and present day, and then this mythological story from the past. So I did enjoy that. Every other chapter you kind of jump back and forth, and I appreciated it. I really appreciated listening to the audio of this because I am not very good with the pronunciations of the names and places, and it just was really beautiful to listen to the accent and hear the voice talent, which I always say when I talk about a book, I always kind of, give the name of the person that does the narration, because they're amazing too. They're another form of interpreting a story. But I did enjoy it, but I think I'm gonna go half a star down from what I would normally do, because I think that it was good, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It just was a little less than I thought. It started off stronger to me, but I did enjoy it. Very good story. Now, the other book that I finished two so far, I can't tell you about because it's my secret one. And I think I'm definitely going to do a book chat on it, because it was really, really a good read. And I definitely am going to recommend that everybody read it. So that one I finished, and I had said if I was going to give up Cain, I was going to pick up either the Red Island House or Purple Hibiscus. So those are the other two in the running. So now that I've finished those two, these two are going to come to the forefront. But I want to say that I probably will start with this one. I feel like I may be wrong, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I hope that I'm right, in the sense that I think that this one is going to be fast. So I think that I can still hunker down and finish this before the month's over. So I think this one is going to take me longer. So I'm going to start this one first, and then I'm going to start the Purple Hibiscus. Maybe when I get a little further into this, so that I have the characters and the story down. Sometimes I struggle, depending upon how, not similar, but how I guess engrossed I am in a story. When reading multiple books, sometimes it doesn't lend itself to a good experience, and I forget who's who. So I think I'm definitely going to start with this one this weekend and see where that takes me, and then I will start Purple Hibiscus as soon as I think that, as soon as I think I've got a good grasp on this one, and I'm really hopeful. I'm really excited about this one. I haven't started, so I get to keep the cover on it right now, and I'm just loving the cover on this one. It's just all that. And then, of course, it just seems like everybody must be canceling their ebooks, because I'm getting a ton of books coming off of hold that were really way back. But I have, Natalie had told me from online here, she had told me, Belinda, just go in and just push it back. So that's what I've been doing. I've been pushing things out so they can still stay in line for the books. And then a couple I picked to see if I like them, and if I don't like them enough, I'll just return them early so somebody else could read them. So I do have another secret book. This month is going to be Secret Secrets. So I do have another secret book that I am reading that, again, is so good. So and both of them are nonfiction. So yeah. And then I have another one that potentially, it's an audiobook, so maybe I'll do it. It's kind of a I don't know if it's a rom-com, but it's kind of like it's a family story. I think it's a lighter thing, so there's a possibility of me doing that one. We'll see. I'm very excited about next month. The two books that I had showed you that I had pre-ordered that came, that I want to read. So those will definitely be in there. And then I usually about 4 books I pick for the month, and we'll see. Give or take, I can do 3 to 4. If I do more, it's great. So I have those 2, so I will pick 2 others to go along with those, and I'll come back with a video towards the end of the month, figuring out, kind of solidifying what I want to do in May. It is crazy here. I hope you guys are having a good Friday. Our weather, we had all this heavy rain overnight, and then now it's changing again. So it was raining this morning, and then it turned to snow. Snow? What? What is the date? Just light. It was like big fluffy flakes and just a dusting. And now I think looks like it's turned back to be just rain. So it's weird. And then the weather's supposed to get to be 72 on Tuesday. So if that's not strange. So that's why I got a sweater on, because it's cold today, but it's going to get warmer as the weekend, we move through the weekend. So that's the deal. I have nothing else to tell you. I have been trying to play catch up with writing my reviews in here. I am behind of last month's books. I have not gotten here. I'm mad because it was more fresh. I like to at least do it in the same week or two, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna just go with what I can, and we'll see. But I will definitely, again, show this to you as soon as I get caught up in it, because like I said, I have some of these behind, so it's really annoying to me that I haven't, really gotten them written in here. It's, especially like when I come off of a book and I have a lot of emotion and thought behind it, like I wish that maybe what I'll start doing is I'll just record my thoughts, right when I finish a book. That might be an idea. Just voice record and just, what am I thinking? I just finished this book. And then it's also good to like, what are you thinking like a few days later or a little while out later? Because some books definitely I evolve in my opinion about the book. Like I said, like for example, this one, it's not that I don't like this. I think it was a good book and I do recommend it. But it's funny because, books that I rate, usually like on average, like a 4, right, is really a good book and I had a good experience. But I also think that when I do that, I am thinking about many things. A, how did I react and respond to the book, but also, did the author achieve what they said they were trying to achieve with the book, right? Because it may not have resonated with me, but did the story do what it was supposed to do? And can I objectively say that that book is good in that form and for that purpose? It just wasn't my thing, So, so that's where I always get uncomfortable with the ratings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it was a good book. But I'm not going to talk a long time. I realize my Friday reads are getting way too long, and I know you guys have things to do. So I will see you guys next week. I will. My kids are on vacation this week, so it could be iffy. It could be either a fantastic reading week or a horrible one. So I'm going to try to put in some time this weekend before we hit the next week when they're like just hanging out and want to do things. So we'll see. And the weather I think is supposed to be decent too. So hopefully I can get outside in my garden. I've decided I think I'm going to wear my mask outside to help me with my allergies while I'm gardening. And it won't look too crazy because we're used to seeing people in masks, right? Maybe not gardening, but I might start a new trend. But it's just, I haven't started my medicine for allergies. So, I know that if I go out there and I don't, yeah, there'll be lots of coughing, but I can hear it already in my throat. So I'm going to leave you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you're reading. Thank you for your feedback. So let me know what I needed to do with Cain. Let me know if any of y'all read this. Have any of you read The Purple Hibiscus? Did you like it? I'm excited about reading it. I like her. I love, what she represents. I'm excited to read this one because I've read a couple of hers, but this is not one. So we'll get to it. So have a lovely weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.